You mean you haven't even had a single puff? You'll sometimes get that line of inquiry from a person after you've quit smoking, you've been off for months or years, and you tell somebody that you've been successfully off and you're doing well, and they'll look at you and say, you mean you really haven't had a single puff, not a single puff off a cigarette? And they're like shocked by this. You gotta understand the limited understanding the person who's posing the question has about nicotine addiction. It's almost as if you encounter a person who is a recovering alcoholic or heroin addict, and you knew at one time in their life they had totally bottomed out. They lost everything. Everything in their life had just went to shambles, but they started to get a life back together. They recovered. They've been off drugs for years or decades now. Do you ever find yourself saying to them like, well, and you mean you don't even take, hits every now and then? You just don't take like a sip on New Year's? You don't pose that question. You understand, of course they don't. That's why they're in recovery. That's why they're doing well. That's why they have their life back. The idea of making a distinction between a small amount and a greater amount is what undercuts so many people trying to quit. Then there's people who do this themselves. I'll see this on boards where somebody will come in and make the comment that they've been off smoking for a year now. They haven't had a single cigarette, not even a puff. Those people themselves are making that distinction. They're making a clarification between a puff and a cigarette. Understand what you need to do to be able to stay free from smoking, what you are fighting. It's not that you're fighting a carton or a case or a million cigarettes. You're fighting a puff. If you want to keep this quit going, it's simply a matter of understanding, not never take another carton and not never take another million cigarettes and not never take a single cigarette. What you need to understand to be able to keep this quit going for the duration of your life is to stick to the personal commitment that you hopefully made the day you quit to never take another puff.